Why are you doing this?
Lorelei Wilkinson.
We had to.
Shut up.
Well, she didn't shoot it.
Well, how'd she take it?
What do you think? She's up to her eyeballs in smack.
It's got to be Maxwell Reed. You have something to add?
Well, it's only hearsay, of course, but I overheard the women saying that Marsh was back on heroin and being supplied by Mr. Jackson. That's why I took particular care in searching his bag.
I have no other choice but to place you on suspension immediately. Pending a full investigation, you will wait in the staff room until the police have a full statement.
Let's get the bloody hell out of here.
Listen, we're not going anywhere. Those bitches are going to be sorry they ever laid a hand on me.
Tell Willis the job's done and I want out of here tomorrow. It's done. If you don't believe me, check. All right, I'll ring first thing tomorrow for the details.
You okay?
Yes. Damn.
I'll give you a hand.
Very kind of you.
I didn't mean it. Honest, I didn't.
It's okay, Mel. Just get us untied, will ya?
Cat, I've been real bad. I've been real bad this time. I hit him real hard. And they're not moving or nothing. And I think I might have killed them.
Oh, Mel, what are you talking about?
Them blokes. The ones
The ones in the equipment room?
Kate, I had to. Honest, I had to because I had Red and Alice all tied up. And I hit them because they were
Oh, my
gonna
God,
do
what
all-
with?
I don't know. I just picked up something and it was heavy. And Kate, I'm scared. They're going to send
Mel,
me away
stop
this
that.
time.
Where are Rita and Alice now?
I untied them and they're still with the blokes, I think. But they said to me,
It's,
go
no,
away.
it's
not
all
tell
right. It's
anyone."
all right. They'll cover for you. There's nothing to worry about now.
But then they'll get into trouble. I've got to tell them.
You have to stay here and try to calm down, okay? Because soon, very soon, we're going away on our holiday. So you've got to stay here and try to calm down, and we won't breathe a word about this to anyone, all right?
Well, what about Rita and Alice?
All right, ladies, everyone out in the corridor. This is a cell search.
I told you. They're looking for me. They're going to send me away. I have to tell Mrs. Reynolds.
Come on, everyone out. Hurry up, Jones. Hurry her up, Max.
Yeah, we're just coming, Mr.
What's room? I've got to warn Rita.
No, you stay where you are.
They finished themselves and they're heading this way.
Well, that's all we need. How are we going to explain this lot?
We're not going to be able to get them out of here. Too many screws around.
Oh,
Shut your face.
We get sprung with this pair of creeps and bango all the new reforms.
Yeah.
Unless
what?
somehow we got to convince them that these two were trying to rape us.
Well, how do we do that without lagging? They deserve it, don't they? But how do we explain we've had them here so long without yelling for help?
Well, how they got in here in the first place.
Yes, yeah. We can't dob Harry in or Spider either, I suppose.
Only we knew they hadn't been missed. We just got to take a punt.
God, they're coming.
Help! Help!
Mad?
Just pretend like you're tying them up and yell. Help! Somebody help!
Colin, Jenkins, what's going on in here? Oh, God. This man is badly hurt. Green, go and get Sister Hall. You, go and get the governor. Quickly. And Jenkins and Connors up against the wall. Now, I want to know why these two men are here and what has been happening. Connors? Jenkins?
Don't say anything. It's between us and them.
I don't think silence is going to help you this time.
I was looking for you.
Thanks for getting here so soon, Mum.
The heroin, it was definitely in your bag.
Yes, a plant, of course. Sorry about this whole rotten mess, Mum.
No need to be sorry, unless, of course, you're not telling me the truth.
Oh, well, you don't think I... Come on!
I have just heard that Marsh's blood test was positive. It is heroin. Now, everyone knows you're interested in her case.
Sure, I'm interested in a case, but it doesn't mean I'd supply her with the muck. After she's been clean for all these months. Mum, I'm disappointed in you.
I am not accusing you. I am just covering it from all angles, like the police will.
Anyway, I know Margaret wouldn't have gone back on the stuff of her own free will. Wherever it came from. She's been set up, same as me.
Perhaps.
It all ties in with me trying to clear her name.
You said you were going to leave that alone.
And I did, but who else knows that? Look, outside my flat today, a girl had an accident. She dropped all the shopping. Now, I put my bag down and helped her. I reckon she could have planted the stuff in my bag then. It's obvious they're still trying to stop me get at the truth. First there was that dusting up I got outside the pub, then Lisa's heavied, and now this.
It all makes sense, but I'm not sure the police will be convinced. Listen, whatever happens, you know I'm right behind you.
Yes, I do. Thanks.
Well, we'll just have to hope that this search turns up more of the drugs somewhere in here. At least it'll back up your story a little.
I just wish they'd all go away. I'm scared about them blokes. I want to go and see.
No, you stay here. I'll take care of that. Now, promise me?
Come on, I just want to.
All right, ladies, you can relax. Your cell seems to be clean.
Of course.
Off you go, Jones. I want to speak to Maxwell for a minute. I have to thank you, Maxwell.
Oh?
The information you gave me was very accurate indeed.
I'm glad you were able to act on it in
You
time.
probably know that Marsh has been taken to the infirmary with an overdose.
Yes, I had heard that.
What you probably don't know is that Officer Jackson was apprehended by me, smuggling a substantial quantity of the drug into the prison. Naturally, he's been suspended from duty.
I'm sure they'll all be very impressed.
Especially the minister. When he gets my report, of course.
Of course.
Then he'll realise that nepotism in the service is a trap that even our esteemed governor fell into. I'd just like to say that
I'm
you're...
very pleased for you, Mr. Adams, but really I have to go. A call of nature.
This man's condition is serious now. I want an explanation of what happened here, and I want it now. Please, don't you realise you could both be facing a murder charge? Mrs. Pringle seems to think you could both have been acting in self-defence. Is that true? Please, ladies, if that is the case, you can make a formal complaint. All right, what about you? How did you get here?
I'm not saying nothing.
I see. Well, you're on a charge for being off limits for a start.
His pulse is no better. I don't know what's keeping the ambulance.
Oh, Miss Jenkins, I'm giving you one last chance. Please tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. You're wasting your time.
I hope you realise this will mean the end of the reforms.
I never meant to do it, Mrs. Reynolds. I hit both of them. I had to make it stop. And now he's going to die, and I killed him. And I never meant that. I never meant that. I just wanted him to stop. What'll happen if he dies? They'll send me that bad place, won't they?
Wilson is not going to die, Merle. I've spoken to the hospital and he's already regained consciousness.
That's good. He'll just have a bad headache like I get sometimes.
Now, I want you to think very hard and tell me exactly what happened.
No, I better not.
Come on now. You've already told me you hit the men because you had to stop them. I must know exactly what they were doing so we can see it never happens again.
They were doing dirty things. They were doing real bad things.
Were Rita and Alice fighting them off?
No, they couldn't. They was tied up, so I clobbered them.
I see. All right, Merle, you can wait outside with the others.
Come on, Jones.
You mean I'm not going to get punished or nothing?
I know you were trying to help Alice and Rita. I'm not going to punish you for that. But, Merle, you must watch that temper of yours. It's dangerous. If you ever find yourself in a situation like that again, you call an officer. You do not try to handle it alone. All right?
Yeah, I promise, Mrs. Reynolds. Ta.
Well, here's hoping there won't be a next time.
Amen. With her history of being sexually assaulted, it's a wonder she didn't kill them.
I'd just like to know how the men got there.
There was no key found on either of them. Perhaps one of their guards was bribed into letting them through.
Sounds a bit too much like the night Lorelei was raped to me.
Exactly. We have got to get rid of those Blackmore men and their guards. They're threatening everything we've worked for.
We'll try and convince the minister.
Oh, I will, don't worry. Well, at least we can clear the women. Come in.
We've finished the search, Mrs. Reynolds. No drugs were found. Everything's clean.
All right, Mr. Adams, you can take the women back to the dorms now.
He's always so pleased with himself. What's Marty ever done to him?
Meg, I'm sorry. I know you were hoping we'd uncover another source.
There must be one.
Meg, as a senior officer with the department, you should have informed me of Marty's involvement with Marsh the minute you knew about it. Then I could have done something about it.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Conflict of interest, I suppose. Mother versus senior officer.
You know I'll do all
yes,
I
Anne,
can.
I know. But it's a police matter now, isn't it?
When you're angry.
What'd you say about us?
Anything about how long we had them in there or anything?
No, nothing like that. Just how they were getting stuck in here.
Miss Reno got that message loud and clear.
You're mad at me?
Well, put it this way. Lagging is wrong. It's the one rule we never break. Because if you spill your guts about someone, they sure as eggs will spill it about you. I don't have to tell you that, do I?
No.
Well, we're going to let you off this time. Because it just so happens you saved our bacon. Only don't do it again, right?
She's not mad at me.
No, she's not. Mr. Adams, did you get your telephone message?
No.
It was from an Alison Mills. She said to tell you your drama rehearsal tonight has been changed to 5:30 at the Ivydale Temperance Hall. She said she'd meet you there.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Oh, God. Adam's doing a bloody Marlon Brando. Can you imagine?
I need evidence, Jackson. Just one piece of concrete evidence would do.
What about the woman in the street?
What woman in the street? You didn't even know her. You can't give me a decent description. Fair go. There are traces of heroin in your locker, Jackson.
That's impossible.
It'll be verified at the lab, but you'll find our boys don't make mistakes. Doesn't fit in too well with this claim of yours that you were set up, does it?
If that's really heroin, it was planted by the same person that gave it to Marsh.
Just look at the facts. The girl's blood test is positive. The rest of the prison's clean, but you had heroin in your bag, and now we find it in your locker. I don't like your chances much, Jackson. Do you?
It's all been planned and taken care of.
Well, how? When for?
I can't tell you. I promised my contact I wouldn't.
You sure you're being straight with me?
Thank God you're back. I was so worried about you.
The blokes are going to be all right, and Mrs. Reynolds said I wasn't going to get in any trouble.
Oh, good.
And Reed said that I did her and Alice a favour.
That's wonderful. Now, what did they ask you about?
Oh, just what I'd done to the fellas.
And you didn't say anything about tomorrow, did you?
Oh, no, Kat, I wouldn't do that, dear, because I told you I wouldn't. The Ivydale Temperance Hall? What's temperance mean, anyway?
Not drinking or nothing. Just want to say hello to Mrs. Morris. I heard about Jackson getting busted. Some setup, eh?
They found heroin in his locker now.
Where'd they get that from? Jackson's as straight as a die.
Rita, I need your help. It's got to be an inside job.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Whoever did it got spike stoned, too.
But there's no proof, and we've got to have proof. I mean, the police are with him now, and I'm really worried.
Look, even if I got a lead on this, I couldn't lag anyway.
There's got to be some way around that. Something you can tell me without breaking the code. I mean, he's a good officer, you know that.
Yeah, he is. I can't let them get away with doing that to Spike either. I'll see what I can find out, worry about the lagging later. She's real worried. It stinks, doesn't it?
Jeez, this place is going from bad to worse.
Well, just keep your eyes and ears open. If we get a lead on Spike, it might hurt Jackson, too.
Pity it wasn't that other little creep. He's so far up himself, he'll disappear.
Wish he would. We got to do something about it then. Lisa said she might try and get something on him. I reckon now's the time.
Yeah, hey, come on, let's join the queue.
I think the Ivydale Temperance Hall might be a good place as any to start.
Yeah, with her tape recorder. Their camera. I haven't got the little buggy yet. Move over, we've got an important call to make.
Hey,
Shut up! You right, got the number, Reed? Yeah, look, she's not doing this for herself. You'll all get a hoot out of it, so bugger off. Yeah, sure.
Is that you, Lisa?
Yeah, is that you, Reed? How you going?
Well, let's just say it hasn't been a good day. Spike got some dope and she's tripping off her brain. And Jackson got sprung bringing the deal.
Straight as a die. It's got to be a setup.
Well, that's what I reckon. So can you start asking around? We want to know who set him up.
Can't risk it, Reed. Sorry about both of them, but I've had one warning and it's scared the hell out of me.
Jeez, Lisa, you can't just let him get away with it.
No, if they're planting dope, they mean business.
Well, it was Adams who sprung Jackson, so can you help us do a number on him, like today?
Oh, gee, I'm just about out of breath. I was going to try and look for a job today.
Lisa, you're the only one that can do this for us. You did give us your word. We've got a really good lead on him. Please, Lisa.
Oh. Okay, I suppose I can survive one more day. Where do I find him?
You beauty. Get yourself to the Ivydale Temperance Hall. Perhaps Marty hasn't made the circumstances clear to you. You see, he has been trying to prove Marsh's innocence.
Thanks, Mum. I can do my own talking.
I am aware of that, Mrs. Morris, though I find it pretty difficult to believe that any prison officer could be that much of a fool. Marsh was found guilty of murder by due process of the law.
Marty and Marsh have known each other for years. They were at school together. Now, I'll admit it's not acting by the book.
Oh, you can say that again.
All the same, supposing they were able to...
Christine Dutton was Marsh's only alibi. Now,
He's
Margaret...
never been involved in drugs of any sort. I mean, just take a look at his record.
He's let this Marsh woman twist his arm into playing amateur sleuth. If he's thinking that irrationally, it's just a short step to supplying a habit.
She hasn't got a habit.
Then why is she in the infirmary having withdrawals? I'm sorry, Jackson, you're under arrest. I'm charging you with possession.
Dateline 5:15. Rodney Adams walks tall in the saddle at Ivydale Temperance Hall. Stay tuned for the next instalment, girls.
Well, she's not in the showers. She's not in the rec room either. Well, where to next?
We'll try a cell.
Right.
I hope, Cecily, I shall not offend you if I state quite frankly and openly that you seem to me to be the visible personification of absolute perfection.
Pray, Ernest, don't stop. My delight in taking from dictation. I have reached absolute perfection. You can go on.
Oh, Cecily, ever since I first laid eyes on your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly.
No. Your vows, Rodney, dear. Your vows?
Sorry, Miss Town.
How many times do I have to tell you that the importance of being earnest is a play in which every word is savoured? Now repeat after me. Wildly.
Wildly.
Passionately.
Passionately.
Devotedly.
Devotedly.
That's a little more like it. Now we'll take that line again. And remember, feel it, dear boy. Feel it.
I think you're doing marvellously.
Thank you.
And?
Oh, Cecily, ever since I first laid eyes on your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly.
You know, Maxwell, I reckon it was time we had another little chat.
What about?
Can't you guess?
Merle, I think you better take these back to the rec room.
Yeah, she's not going nowhere. Right, she might be able to help us with our inquiries. Like what you might happen to know about Spike getting back on the scale.
I've already told you, I don't know anything about drugs and I don't want to. If she's that much of a fool, that's her lookout.
You know how I feel about pushers. Like I wouldn't spit on one of the bastards if they begged me to. It's funny that. It might have something to do with what my brother went through. And Spike put herself through cold turkey at Blackmore. Even a cold-hearted bitch like you must be able to work out what that's like. So I'm warning you. Lurch and me are going to work out exactly who she was with, where she was, everything. So don't relax yet.
You know, I've been thinking about when Spike got sick. It's just after she ate that chocky. So supposing it was one of the poison ones and we didn't know it,
Mel,
and then maybe...
You put that idea right out of your head. Of course the chocolate wasn't poisoned. And don't you go around talking to anyone about this either. Spike's a bad girl who takes drugs. We better just stay right out of it. You promise me, Mel?
Okay, girl, I promise.
Upon your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly.
I don't think that you should tell me that you love me wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly. Hopelessly doesn't seem to make much sense, does it?
Oh, Cecily.
It's coming along quite nicely now, Rodney. And Alison, charming. That's all for today. If we all put our shoulders to the wheel over the next week or so, I think we've got a show.
Thank you, Miss Town. You were really wonderful that time through, Rodney. So relaxed and self-possessed.
Do you really think so?
I wouldn't lie to you, Rodney.
It's acting with you that does it. You give me confidence.
Oh, you're sweet. When's the next rehearsal?
Sunday at 2. Are you doing anything now?
I could do with some help with my lines.
Your place?
Great.
You're gorgeous, you know that.
Don't be naughty, Rodney. Let's go and change.
I've just been having a talk to Reed.
So?
So they reckon they found more dope in Jackson's locker. Looks like they've both been set up.
It's nothing to do with me.
It ain't, eh? Well, Rita reckons you're one of the prime suspects, but she doesn't know why. And it got me thinking.
That'd be a change.
Well, I know something Rita doesn't. Like Hay'd have a pretty good motive.
What motive?
Well, you reckon you got outside contacts to help with the escape? They'd be putting themselves out for you. And I wouldn't think they'd be doing it for your health. So putting 2 and 2 together, I reckon you're paying them back by setting up Spike and Jackson. And like I said, Spike's my very good mate. So, you better start talking if you want to get out of here tomorrow.
I don't know what you're so worried about.
Spike being back in the dope's enough.
Oh, she'll be all right. It's probably just a one-off thing anyway.
I noticed you're not denying nothing. I've got a good mind to tell Rita all the dirty tricks you've been up to.
And blow the best chance you've ever had of getting out of here.
Look, I don't need you. I can get out myself.
Yes, we've all heard about you and your great escapes. You're a joke around here, Tucker. Nobody will team up with you. I'm your last chance and you know it.
You deserve a bashing.
What's done is done. So you didn't like it. Jackson can look after himself.
Look, I'm not worried about the bloody screws. They always come out on top.
And he'll make sure Spike's okay too. He's looked out for us so far.
Yeah, well, once we get out, I'm going to let him know what you did.
You can tell the world for all I care. Now, do you want to get out of here or not?
Yeah, I do. But this better be a foolproof operation. Because I wouldn't want to be in your shoes if it isn't.
It's just a game, Merle. You like playing games, don't you? Yeah. Well, we're being detectives and examining the evidence. Like, got it?
I think so.
The evidence is you were reading one of your comics to Spike.
Oh, yeah, I did. It was real good.
And you were in a dorm? Yeah. And then she got sick?
Yeah.
Well, something must have happened to make her sick. Did someone give her something to eat, maybe?
I don't like this anymore. I want to play.
Did you see her eat something? You've got sharp eyes, Merle, just like what a good detective needs.
I told you I don't want to be a detective. I want to go and see Kat.
Stop now, Merle.
Will you let me go or I'll dong you?
Come on, Merle, you don't want to hurt me.
Just stop asking me questions and give me a
That's what you
headache.
like.
Stop it!
Getting desperate, aren't you, Connors? What would she know?
My guess is plenty.
She doesn't. So just leave her alone.
I helped you with a nasty man from Blackmore and everything. Why do you want to pick on me and give me a headache?
Sorry, Merle, it was just a game.
Well, I'm not going to play anymore!
I really like that kid, but why she has to choose Maxwell for a mate, I don't know. She just uses him.
Oh, I don't know. Kat's pretty good to Merle.
When it suits her. I just know she used Merle to get that stuff to Spike. But the kid wouldn't have forced it on her, so how?
And the committal hearing's tomorrow morning. Oh, could you give me any idea how much his bail could be? That's ridiculous. Yes. All right, I'll ring again later. Thank you. Marty's to be locked up overnight and his bail could be as much as $20,000. Now, where on earth can I get that kind of money?
Well, they do come down very hard on drug offenders, Meg.
Marty is not a drug offender.
Well, I know that, but you must calm yourself. Don't get so upset.
Upset? My son could go to jail for years simply because he was getting in someone's way. Well, they won't get away with it. I'm going to find out who set him up, even if I have to tear this place down with my fingernails.
Meg, you're going to have to stop.
Stop what?
Stop getting so upset. Some of the others, the officers, they don't like it. They say you've been harassing them, and they really don't like it.
They don't like it. One of their colleagues has been unjustly accused, and they can't even answer a few simple questions. Oh, Marty will be so delighted to hear about the support from his so-called friends. Well, you can all go to hell. They say when you're in trouble, you find out who your real friends are. Well, obviously, in this place, Marty and I haven't...
That's not true. Mervyn and I have been very good friends to you over the years. You are not being fair.
I'm sorry, Joyce.
That's all right. Truth will out, Meg.
Let's hope so. How's Marsh?
Oh, Sister Hall says she'll be all right in a day or so.
Blast that girl. Why couldn't she have stayed in Blackmore?
It's charming, Alison.
So difficult to find a decent apartment these days, especially at a reasonable rent. You'll have to forgive me, the place is simply a mess.
Alison. It's so you. So feminine. So...
Sexy?
Well, I did say it was you. And sometimes at the prison you start to believe that everything in the world is grey and dark. This place is a sight for sore eyes.
But soon you'll be Deputy Governor, Rodney. You can change all that.
I can only try.
Come on, I'll show you around.
Lead the way. I want to see everything.
Kath, you're me friend. You don't tell me lies, do you?
You're just upsetting yourself, Mel.
I want to know, Kath. I'm all mixed up. You got to help me.
All right. What do you want to know?
I reckon we've been hurting people and doing wrong things, and I don't like doing that, Kath.
Well, you are mixed up, aren't you? How have we been hurting anyone? We haven't hit anyone or bashed people like Rita does.
No, not that, but we stole Spider's things from underneath the shop, and Rita ate the chocolate and got real sick.
Spider shouldn't have had those things. You know that, Merle. And Rita took the chocolate. You didn't give it to her.
Yeah, but I gave the chocolate to Spike, and now she's real sick.
It wasn't the chocolate. I told you that. Now, you mustn't think about it. You promised me.
I suppose.
Feel better now?
Yeah. I gotta go to the loo before they lock us in for the night.
Okay, well, hurry up.
And Kath, thanks for telling me the truth on all that. I can handle it now. Oh, sorry, Brumby. Gotta go.
I met a lot of two-faced bitches in my time, Maxwell, but you really take first prize. With a mate like you, Mill's got a great future.
Your junkie mate Spike's got a great future too, hasn't she?
Oh, you bitch.
Just as two-faced as you are, Tucker.
I've never believed in women's liberation. I just want to love a man and make him happy. In every way. You know the loneliest thing in the world, Roddy?
No. Tell me.
A big double bed with only one person in it.
Yes. That would be lonely.
I've got a double bed, Roddy. It's awfully lonely.
Maybe it won't be tonight.
You stay with me all night. I get lonely in the morning too.
We can't have that happen, can we?
Will you do something for me, Roddy?
Anything. No, I couldn't. I'm too shy, sorry.
Oh, pretty please.
Well...
It really turns me on the way you do it, Roddy.
All right. I hope, Cecily, I do not offend you if I state quite frankly and openly that You seem to me to be the visible personification of absolute perfection.
But pray, Ernest, don't stop.
Oh, Cecily, ever since I first laid eyes on your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I've dared to love you wildly, passionately, hopelessly, devotedly. I've dared to love you wildly, passionately.
Morning.
Oh, I didn't think you'd be in today. What about the discommittal hearing?
Well, I'm acting governor. I had no choice. There's a meeting of governors about the Blackmore prisoners. If Anne wants to get rid of those men, she had to attend.
Oh, yes, of course, I forgot.
And Marty is a grown man. He doesn't need his mummy to hold his hand.
Meg, Mervyn and I had a really long talk last night, and we think we might be able to help you out with that $1,000 bail.
Thank you, Joyce, and thank Mervyn too.
That's all right. What are friends for?
Let's hope it won't be necessary.
Oh, and I thought everything was going to be so terrific now that Joan had finally gone.
At least she won't be here to gloat about it.
Imagine it. Oh, Meg, I called in at the infirmary on the way over here, and Sister Hall says that Marsh will be able to go back to the cells this morning.
Bring her to the governor's office, please.
Right.
Hey, Merle. I've got to talk to Kath about something real important.
Oh, she's on the phone talking about the holiday.
Pull the other leg, Merle. You don't get holidays from this place.
Oh, yes, you do. And she's going to take me with her. And
Exactly what did Kath say about these holidays, Merle? When he's gone...
Stop asking Merle questions, Brumby. They give her a headache.
Yeah, stop asking.
You and me have got some talking to do, Maxwell. Questions don't give you a headache all of a sudden, do they?
Not now. Merle, I'll come and get you when you're finished. Okay?
Rightio, Kath.
Okay, I want to know if it's true us taking the loony with us.
Her name's Merle. What if I am?
Are you insane? I mean, she's a great short of a bunch. We haven't got a chance with her along.
She's coming with us.
Either you leave the kid behind, or I blow the whole deal sky high.
You wouldn't do that. You want to get out of here as much as I do.
Try me.
All right, Merle stays behind.
I don't believe you.
Well, you're going to be there. There's nothing to stop you blowing the whistle if Merle turns up, is there?
When do we go?
Make an excuse to come here 5 minutes before the lunch break.
Then what happens?
I'll tell you when you get here. That way I know I can trust you.
Just don't try and double-cross me, Maxwell, or else you won't get past the first gate. And that's a promise.
My son has been arrested and charged with smuggling heroin. Smuggling it into this prison for your use, Marsh.
Well, that's not true, Mrs. Morris. He's been set up. We've both been set up.
He says the same thing, and I happen to agree with him. Well, with both of you.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Now, will you help me clear his name?
I'll do anything I can.
Who planted those drugs in Marty's locker and clothes?
I don't know who it is.
And yet you know who gave you the drugs?
No.
I thought you said you wanted to help.
I can't tell you, Mrs. Morris. You know why.
Oh, not this stupid no-lagging rule. I can't believe this, Marsh. I mean, you're an intelligent girl. You've had a good education, yet you cling to this petty prison rule. A rule made for criminals by criminals.
I'm one of them.
And yet you claim you're innocent, that you shouldn't even be in here.
But I am. And you either live by the rules or you die by them.
You know you'll have more time added to your sentence. And Marty, your friend, will go to prison for something he didn't even do.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Sorry for ruining his life?
Mrs. Morris, I think
Margaret,
perhaps...
I am pleading for my son's life. Please don't do this to him.
Put me through to the Minister, please. Joan Ferguson calling. The Minister was busy all day yesterday. The Minister has been busy all morning. Now, you tell the Minister if he can't come to the phone, then I shall come down to his office and sit outside his door until he's not busy. All day, if it's necessary. Thank you.
Ferguson, good to hear from you. How are you?
Minister, thought you might have time for an old friend.
Quite right. What can I do for you?
I'd rather not discuss it on the phone. When may I see you?
Oh, you couldn't have picked a worse time. We're flat out at the moment.
Yes, I realise it's an election year. I also realise that the press are always interested in what the Minister and the department are up to. Now and in the past.
I don't quite get your gist, Miss Ferguson.
As I said, Minister, there are some things better not discussed over the phone. Now, when may I see you? 3 o'clock this afternoon?
No, don't come to the office. I won't be here, but I have to go out this morning. Why don't I call by and see you? Perhaps we could have a cup of tea together?
And talk over old times? The kettle will be boiling, Minister. Goodbye.
Hi. Oh, Spike. How you feeling?
Okay.
Geez, you gave us a hell of a fright. Hey, you're not going back on the dope again, are you?
It wasn't my idea. That bitch Maxwell set me up.
What?
All I had after lunch was one lousy chocolate and Merle gave it to me. Next thing you know, I was tripping. I'm not getting hooked on the dope again. I'm not. One lousy taste and I'm back in withdrawals. I could kill the bitch.
Hey, calm down. You're gonna make it. You got guts.
You gotta help me get Maxwell. She's gotta pay for this.
Well, you're not sure if she did it. Oh, you know Merle. She's always picking up stuff around the place. She probably didn't even know there was dope in the chocky.
No, I don't reckon she did. Maxwell wouldn't have told her. Look, I want her here and I want her now, and if you're a mate, you'll go and get her.
Of course I'm your mate. But you're in no fit condition to take her on.
Okay, so don't help me. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, hang on. I didn't say I wasn't going to help you. But we got a plan. Look, Rita's onto what happened and she's been doing a bit of investigating. And if she can prove it was Kath, well, then you'll have the whole prison to back you up. Max will get it real good.
Okay, so let's go talk to Rita.
Oh, we don't want any trouble from the screws. We'll wait till lunch and then we'll tell her everything.
Okay. You're a good mate, Brump.
Now, get out. That's what mates are for.
Your tea, Minister?
Now, what's this all about? I'm a busy man. You better have a damn good reason for dragging me away from my work. Oh, and I don't take kindly to veiled threats on the phone, either.
You owe me.
I dare say, but there's never been anything on paper between us, Ferguson.
I want someone checked out.
Who? And why?
An ex-con by the name of Willie Beecham. She's suddenly got a lot of power in this town. I've been applying for positions and she's blocked every one of them. I want her stopped.
Oh, there's the Equal Opportunities Board at the Ombudsman. Several legal avenues you could explore.
That could take years and you know it.
I don't know what you expect me to do.
You have the resources to find out who her contacts are. You could undermine her power in a day.
I can't have my name and position associated with ex-prisoners and or ex-prison officers.
Then have one of your lackeys do it for you.
I don't think so, Ferguson.
If you don't like veiled threats over the phone wire, you're going to like even less what the gutter press say about you when I've talked to them.
You're playing a dangerous game.
We always have, Minister.
Put on as many clothes as you can, Will. We don't know where we'll be spending the night.
I need some string.
What on earth do you want string for?
Don't tie up me comics.
Don't be stupid, Will.
Don't call me stupid.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Look, I'll buy you a whole lot of new comics tomorrow, I promise.
I'm frightened, Kath. This is where I keep all my things. It's me home. I don't want me thinking here.
Come on, it'll be all right. There are better places to think than this. There are beaches and parks and libraries. Think of all the books we can read.
We've got a library here.
Well, the truck's going to be here any second. We can't be late. Now, you do still want to come with me, don't you? We're going to Disneyland, remember?
Oh, I nearly forgot, Kath. You could keep reminding me, won't you?
Yeah, I will. Now, come on.
Well, what's going on? I thought we had a deal about it.
We still have. Now, be a good girl and go and wait for me by the loading bay doors, okay? Like I told you.
All right.
Now, Merle.
You better start explaining.
Well, I had to pretend she was still coming with us. We're not going out by the loading bay door. We're going out through the kitchen.
What about moving?
It's all been set up. The driver's going to distract him while we get onto the truck.
So let's go. Oh!
Brumby, why didn't you come straight to the laundry?
I had to go and see Mrs. Morris.
What'd you tell her?
I don't lag.
It was Maxwell, wasn't it?
Yep, she spoke to Chocolate.
She's making a habit of that. Come on. Obviously didn't learn her lesson last time. Well, she's in for more than a squash tamp now. You seen her?
Brumby's gone looking for her.
Oh, Brumby couldn't find a fist in a fight.
Well, I think Brumby's stupid not wanting to go to Disneyland.
Yes, me too. But she said she had better plans.
Nothing could be better than Disneyland.
We have to help Marty Jackson too. He was set up because of me. Don't worry, she's going to spill the dirt when I'm finished with her.
I must have tipped her off.
Brumby!
Kid, snap out of it. What's going on? Who donned you? Maxwell?
What?
Maxwell, where is she?
Oh, she said something about escaping. Took the Looney with her. I heard him talk and then the lights went out.
Well, do you remember how they said they were going to do it? Think, Brumby.
She said something about the Loading Bay.
Mrs. Morris, did you order an extra laundry pickup for today?
No. Mrs. Reynolds has nothing in her diary.
The gate guard thought he should check. It's not one of the usual drivers.
No, hurry up! Oh, it hurts!
Give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside, the road the roses here are prisoners too. When morning comes around.